Hi people, welcome back to OK Prime TV. So today's Big Brother show was all about reunion. This is what reunion should promote. Yeah, peace, unity, friendship. Even if there's no friendship, there at least there should be acquaintances and all that. Yeah, welcome back to the Big Brother show. Welcome the viewer and those present in the studio where Omashola, Venita, Tasha, Diane, Elo, Kim Opera, and Toyo. Yeah. Sepka asked Diane about her situationship with Elo. And can remember the last time Elo and Diane had a misunderstanding on national TV where Elo mentioned the Ghanaian actor with the initials MG, and the reason why he and Diane are not in good terms, or probably they are not communicating with each other. So when asked, Diane was like, Elo is acting childish and he thinks she is the problem, but and is refusing to accept the fact that he also is contributing to the problem they are having. That Elo go about telling other people stuff that she told her in confidence, and which is not supposed to be so. She also went as far as saying that Elo went on to send a voice note to people and telling them things that happened between them, and she's not the type of person that communicates with other people, and she hardly had friends. So Elo in self defense was like, no, that when Ebuka asked him about what's going on between both of them, she was the one that initiated a talk about the so-called actor with the initials MG. So I'm sure most of us already know who this Mr. MG is, and that led on. They talked for a while, they dragged, and so on. At the end of the day, Lo apologized to Diane for not trying to communicate with her when he heard some certain things or saw some certain things about her. And when Ebuka asked Diane if they are cool now, she was like, I think we are cool. So he asked, what about the ship, the Dialo ship that was sailing back then in the ocean? And Ebuka asked if the ship has sank or what, and she was like, definitely the ship has sank. So that was all for that until they went for a short break. Coming back, Ebuka asked before then Ebuka asked Venita to help him talk to Elo and Diane to ask what her opinion was about it, and she was like, since Diane and Elo are having misunderstanding, definitely they are going to sort it out, and that Diane is a very private person and they should come to a compromise. So Ebuka told Elo what next to say before Elo asked for forgiveness from Diane for letting his emotions take the best part of him, and he ain't going out to tell other people stuff about them. So after that, they came back from the break. It was not time for Tasha's talk. So Ebuka asked Tasha what she has to, as in the situation she has with Toyo. And then you guys can remember that back then when Toyo came out of the house, there was a viral news up there that he referred to Tasha as being as using jazz, as somebody who is 23 and is that confident and not leaving the house must be connected to juju, and since she has a backup from Jaruma, she that means Tasha is using juju. So Tasha was like, how can he say something like that, and this is the person is she is calling her friend. So Toya was like in self-defense saying that no, he didn't say that to piss her off. Probably people were asking him about Tasha, and all he could say was, and he never knew the camera was rolling, that that was going to go viral. So he said that he did say that to spite her, that it was like Tasha had backup, and either financial backup or spiritual backup from Jaruma. He never really specified the kind of backup he thought Tasha had. So this lingered on for some time. They argued, and Tasha went on to explain the situation of things and what led to her acting the way she acted back then in the house. She talked about how she lost her mom, how she was not allowed to join at mates back then in high school. They never wanted her to play with them, they never wanted her to participate and to attribute herself with them. Then she was like, her mom built her up. Her mom is the reason why she is like this. That when she got to the university, she lost her mom, and with what her mom has already impacted in her, she had to like keep her heads up and try to defend herself. Whenever she went on to apologize to all housemates, and in now what she said, I'm apologizing to everybody in the house. I'm sorry I came out in a certain kind of way. It was not deliberate. Oh my god. So Tasha is really this kind of person that wants peace, and we tend to see a negative side. But anyways, so back to Toyo. Toyo was like, everybody has been through shit in life, and we shouldn't put that in our life because it will end up collecting, it will end up affecting others, and Tasha shouldn't have put other housemates through shit because of what she has passed through. That Tasha is such a nice and sweet girl, but that back then in the house, Tasha was the one who came to him when he was crying and gave him small stout to drink. And he also went on to say that when he went for the interview, that whatever he said there was not deliberate, and he's saying that Tasha at 23 is confident. It's not because she has juju or anything to be there. That he said that Tasha is a very confident person, and how Tasha snubbed him when she entered the room where he and Esther were sitting. She greeted Esther, exchanged pleasantry with her, but when he greeted Tasha, Tasha was very cold towards him. Never knew that it was because of what she might have heard or saw out there, and nobody called him to tell him about it. He also went on to say that after that, he tried as many times to talk to Tasha, ask questions, send DMs, and DMs were left unread, and all that. So, with all this, at the end of the day, what shall happen is that they both apologized to each other, and they went on, and the show continued. So they went for a short break. Coming back, Esther, Mercy, and Fro joined them. So now it's about Ella and Venita. I'm sure you guys can remember that back then, from the beginning of the show, how most of the housemates bashed this girl on national TV. She was literally crying. She walked out of the studio. I don't know if you can remember or you can recall that here because it's not that long. And a lot of persons, especially on social media like Twitter, Instagram, they all talked about this thing for almost a week. So now back to that. Ibuka asked Ella how she felt about it, and I don't know where she gets this fluctuating phone. Anyway, that aside, so when Mka asked her, she was like, oh, she because the reason why she didn't get back to them was because the time frame they had was too long, and just wanted to like, okay, let me just step back a bit and all that. So Vanessa, before the message said that, oh, if she had known that the way they talked to her back then, well, it was very very bad, and now she with the way she has explained this, and if she had given her listening ear to talk to back then, that she would have understood better. But now she's trusting her, and she trusts her right now. So Vanessa was okay, I'm sorry for the way I reacted, and I was very rude to you at some point. That's just the kind of person I am, and now I trust you, and we all are going to stand up for each other and all that. In the end, they all came to an agreement. They all apologized to each other. This is what a reunion should entail, not those times where they fight, quarrel, and all that. That's all for tonight. Bye. Good night. Subscribe.